On Saturday night, in fact, Donald Trump traveled to Pennsylvania to ostensibly support Rick Saccone in his race in Pennsylvania 18. And here he is addressing the concerns of the people of Pennsylvania and how they have been crying out about Chuck Todd's sleepy eyes.
I'm on Meet the Press, a show now headed by Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd. He's a sleeping son of a bitch, I'll tell you. I may leave fast, or we may sit down and make the greatest deal for the world and for all of these countries, including, frankly, North Korea.
There you go. He was talking about the great deal he was going to make with the rocket guy.
Can't we say that that's
Rocket
him
Man.
at his best? Chuck Todd is sort of a sleepy-eyed son of a bitch, and yeah, diplomacy with North Korea. Credit where credit's due.
I mean, the point being that these rallies that he holds, and this is going to be interesting, because if this guy Saccone loses, and like John from San Antonio told us, that if it's within 5, it's devastating for the Republicans. But if he loses, what's going to come out of this that's super interesting, in addition to sort of the fear you will hear from Republicans, what's going to be really interesting is that Donald Trump can go in, perform like he did, right? Be at the top of his game, be super entertaining to all these people, and it have nothing to do with politics. Like literally
Nothing.
This is going to do, if it's not going to be conclusive if Saccone wins, because of course there was so much in his favor, millions of dollars, like 9-1 outspent on independent expenditures, in a plus 11 at least Republican district, maybe more. Trump won there by 20 percentage points. But if he loses, Donald Trump is going to have the political relevance of like Gallagher 2. He's going to come to town.
The second Gallagher?
Yeah, Gallagher's brother went out to franchise it.
Are you serious?
Yes, you didn't know this? And then they
Dude,
had a lawsuit.
I knew that there was a guy who smashed watermelons. That's all I knew. And then I knew Black Gallagher, which is a Dave Chappelle thing.
But Gallagher 2 was his brother who went around to do it so they could have... Yes, of course, this is the key. Wait till we have the majority report, too. So
I'm going to smash it. It's the Peterson Commission report.
But here is the point, is that Donald Trump can go into a place where he won so dramatically. He can perform to a sellout crowd and they can eat it up. That son of a bitch, sleepy-eyed Chuck Todd, just come in to see the greatest hits. And then it's like the functional equivalent of like, yeah, man, we saw Donald Trump this weekend. Then we did on Saturday night, went and saw Gallagher 2. Both were great.
Both were awesome.
No, I didn't vote Tuesday.
Wouldn't be terribly different, I guess, than Obama at certain points in his career. I mean, he turned out to vote for himself.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
and people loved it.
Obama
all that matters is May. Get out to vote efforts.
No.
What? Miss me with that.
Can you imagine?
Trying to see Stevie Wonder at the White House. What?
If Obama came up with insults like that for people,
Oh
it'd
my
be so
God.
great.
Chuck Todd, sleepy-eyed son of a bitch.
Chuck Todd responded too.
Even by devil standards, look at that guy's face. Am I right, folks?
How did Chuck Todd
God.
respond? I'm already asleep.
Now, I bring my kids up to respect the office of the presidency and the president. I don't allow them to say anything negative ever about the president. It creates a challenge to all parents when he uses vulgarities like that. More like Cuck Todd, am I right?
Wait a second.
Oh my God, that is
the
such
vulgarity
Cuck
is the
Todd.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
I don't know
like,
how old,
global criminal enterprise.
I'm sorry. Wait a second.
That's the problem he has with Trump.
The Venn diagram of kids who are aware that Donald Trump is referring to Chuck Todd in Pennsylvania versus those kids who have never heard the word son of a bitch. It's got to be like only Chuck Todd's kids. I'm sorry. Like, I could ask Mila has certainly heard far worse than son of a bitch, but she is not aware of Donald Trump's speech in Pennsylvania. So,
that would be awesome if Obama campaigns for Nation of Islam ministers who were convicted
here we go.
of
Wait a
being
second.
child
What's this?
predators.
This is Chuck Todd
Gotta vote for him.
talking to Mnuchin about the vulgarities.
Oh.
Look, final question for you. Many people, including myself, raise their kids to respect the office of the presidency and the president of the United States. When he uses vulgarity to talk about individuals, what are they supposed to tell their kids?
Again, I'll be with my kids this morning, and I'll be focused on them on what the president is doing to protect the United States, its citizens, and more important,
So he's
its
not
economy.
immoral. Don't worry about his values. Don't worry about him as a role model.
I've never said that whatsoever, so I don't know why you're putting these words in what I'm trying to say. Okay, so again, I am very comfortable with what we're doing. Okay, and again, I think you're trying to take this out of perspective and implying something I'm not saying.
Oh, fair enough. That what are you supposed to say when he's using these vulgarities to kids?
Again, I think you should be focused on what the policies are. He's using those vulgarities in the context of a campaign rally. And obviously, there were a lot of funny moments on that rally.
Yeah, they were hilarious. Anyway, Secretary Mnuchin.
Oh my God! Whiny cuck.
No, but wait a second.
confronts-
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Whiny cuck.
I just want to remind people that Steve Mnuchin was responsible for a huge amount of human suffering in his role in the in mortgage fraud. I mean, just a huge amount of suffering. You know, a more poignant question would be like, what do you tell your kids after you've lost your home and you lost your home? But no,
Chuck Todd doesn't care about that.
let's just focus on my kids heard President Trump call me a son of a bitch. You know, I'll tell you when I had to sit Mila down about the tweet that Mike Cernovich,
your rape apology tweet.
my rape apology tweet, supposedly. I told her the tweet, and she's like, "How could you say that?" And I'm like, "Dude, listen to, go through the tweet. I am not saying that you, as when she was she would have been 3 or 4, that I wanted you to be raped. I was making a comment about them signing this thing." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I get that." And then And then she said, "Who's this bitch who's trying to to get you?" And she was talking about Cernovich. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, you've done really ace parenting there.
There you go.
So yeah, I like that. I like Mnuchin just like, well, a lot of my kids have seen actually like crying, weeping people fleeing their homes call me a dirty son of a bitch. Okay,
Right.
so
But I just
yeah.
I just point to them to the policy implications and how warm the pool is.
Can
Yeah.
you guys guess which president wrote this to a Washington Post reviewer who reviewed his daughter's singing? I've just read your lousy review of Margaret's concert.
Nixon.
I've come to the conclusion
Oh, who?
that you are an 8
LBJ.
ulcer man. Nope. 8 ulcer man on 4 ulcer pay. It seems to me that you are a
Eisenhower.
frustrated old man. Nope. Who wishes he could have been successful.
Truman.
Yeah, you got it. Let me read one more line.
That's
When
all
you
right.
write such poppycock as was in the back section of your paper, you work for it. You work for it shows conclusively that you are off the beam and at least 4 of your ulcers are at work.
Wow.
Tough
The old
talk.
4 ulcers. Wow, that is.
Someday I hope to meet you. When that happens, you'll need a new nose, a lot of beefsteak for black eyes, and perhaps a supporter below.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
Katie Tor. How about Katie get her beheaded? Am I right, folks?
All right.